All right, looks like we're almost ready to hop in here. Welcome to the Aria Randomizer 2023 tournament. I'm Chewy for you. I'm joined by Algorithm.
Hello. Looking forward to this race today. Got Danozuke versus spiritboardvalentine in the losers bracket. So one of these players will be moving on in losers. The other will be going home today.
Very
we'll
exciting
see what
stuff.
happens. Indeed.
So we can talk about the preset a little bit here. We're going to see Black Panther in the first, 6 checks here? Because we're on a Panther first preset. We're going to see the shop immediately with a couple of random starting items that we're probably going to want to sell. And everything's stats are randomized. They'll have random weaknesses, plus HP, minus HP, that kind of thing.
Interesting. Spiritboard looking at the shop and just immediately noping out of it. Didn't buy anything.
Wow. There was a Siren and a Shadow Knight in there.
Mm-hmm.
Siren, usually not a useful soul at all. It's a terrible soul, but it deals curse. So if a boss is weak to curse, it's just gonna melt it because it deals a percentage of that boss's max HP.
Yeah, one of the new things about this this randomizer this time around for this tournament, we are using a stat rando option. So every enemy is going to have randomized stats, like their HP, defense, and attack, and also their weaknesses and resistances. So you can see these skeletons that Spiritboard is fighting have plus HP, and I think it was like a holy weakness and some of their resistance. But yeah, so that's why Siren is really good to keep around, because if a boss is weak to curse, that's extremely useful.
Exactly. For 15k, you really don't want to run that risk of missing out on that.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Danozuke, is that Graham that Danozuke bought?
It is. That's a very good weapon. It's it attacks faster than normal for most swords. It attacks as fast as the combat knife and the mistletoe, and it has good range. Definitely better than the Basilard's starting weapon, which has okay damage. Is it the knife? I thought it was a Basilard, but yeah, it's not the best starting weapon.
For the seed. Oh, yes.
Yeah. I think that's what Spiritboard is currently using.
My bad.
I keep thinking the speedrun, yeah. Yep, there's Black Panther.
Here's Panther.
Yep, so this will let them move much faster. Okay, nothing down there. Generally, the way these seeds tend to go, you're going to head up here. There's just a lot of good checks up here. So let's see what we got up here.
Oh, yes, and another thing worth mentioning is, if you look next to the HP bar, there's a number. That's how many major checks there are in the area, so that's going to give our racers an idea of where to go when they see an area.
Right. The goal of this randomizer is to defeat Graham, and in order to do that, you need to find 3 different colored books: a red book, blue book, and a yellow book. And this soul counter at the top, it'll tell you if there are souls in the area or books. So both are useful. That you could either find the book you need, or you could find a soul in that book that you can then use for Graham.
Mm-hmm. And another difference with this preset is the books either have souls or they have a boss. They tell you the boss from an area you need to kill. And yeah, there's Triton for both racers.
Random drop from, I think, was that Axe Arm or was that Bat?
I think it was a canister.
Oh, it was a canister, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, Triton is extremely good to have. It's increases your attack by 16, or your strength by 16, which is a huge help, especially with as weak weapons as they are. It basically just upgraded Spiritboard to a mid-tier weapon just with that Triton soul.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely going to be seeing that probably for the rest of the seed as they're yellow, unless the better things you can see are like Lubricant gives a bigger stat buff, but Lubricant is very risky. That gives a stat buff the lower your max, the lower you are from your max health.
Mm-hmm. Especially early on, Triton is nice to have because you still get a really big attack boost, and you don't have to lower your health so much for something like Lubricant.
Mm-hmm.
But later on, Lubricant definitely outpaces it. So we'll see how that goes. Both runners coming down to this little corner to check. Looks like they get the Malphus soul, so that's their double jump. That's really nice to have. There are sometimes seeds where you don't see Malphus until a while, and this can be really rough to run, but nice to have that out of the way.
Yeah, it's been pretty linear so far, but now that we have Malphus, I think things are going to start opening up.
Got top floor right here. They definitely want to remember where that is, because they'll need to be returning there. That's where Graham is. Once they have flight from Giant Bat or Hippogriff, they'll be able to go up there and clear out top floor and see Graham.
Yeah, the top floor does have really good gear typically as well, so going there early is risky, but it can pay off big time.
Yeah, for sure. Ooh, a Death's Robe. Oh my god. That is the best armor in the game. And both runners are going to get it straight off the bat. Because, wow. That's huge. And they have Triton, so this is looking like... This start is looking really good. Quite a kind start.
Yeah, definitely. All we need is some good weapons, and we're pretty much fully kitted out as far as equipment goes.
Like, depending on what this boss is up here, I'm not sure that Spirit Board is going to be able to handle it with just a Basilard, but honestly, with Death's Robe and Triton, Danozuke might be able to, because he has the range, and his damage is going to be boosted quite a bit from that gear.
Ooh, there's Balor.
Yeah,
Spirit
so
Board
this...
does suspend out, or reset out.
Exactly. This is not a great situation for Spirit Board, but Danozuke actually might be able to take Balor down with what he has right now.
Yeah, Danozuke has the Graham, has the Shadow Knight, along with the Triton and the Death's Robe. Could see a good fight here.
Meanwhile, Spirit Board heading back out, gonna check some of the other places that can use Malphus to reach. 31 damage, that's not bad. This is definitely a doable fight.
Balor did roll plus HP, and I didn't see if that was resistant or weak to Holy. Not that it matters. We don't have anything with Holy.
Yeah, so this fight will run a little longer than usual, because Balor already has a decent amount of HP, and the plus HP can increase that by... All the plus buffs can increase whatever the stat is by 40% to 100% randomly, so this might be a double HP Balor, we just don't know.
But it is worth mentioning, the HP is capped out at 10,000. No boss can go above 10,000.
Oh, good. That would be quite a long fight when we're doing 31 damage a hit here. Hopefully it doesn't come to that, we'll see. Meanwhile, oh, go ahead.
Yeah, sadly, all the HP is just like dumped into phase 1 here, isn't it?
Yeah, the way the stat rando works, it tends to be only certain phases of bosses that get the extra HP buff or attack buff. So we have Spirit Board here finding Study. Does not have Slide yet, so cannot get out of the bottom of Study. But it's possible to find Slide in Study, so you kind of gotta look through it, I think. 3 checks here.
Yeah, 3 for Study isn't bad. There aren't a whole lot of checks here.
I was going to say Danozuke doing very well in this Balor fight, not taking any hits, but just then got punched by Balor. If the punch is moving fast and it hits you, it does like double damage or something close to it, so...
And it knocks you away.
Yeah.
The issue with long Balor fights here is you'll see the hands are becoming more and more desynced as it goes.
Ooh. Yeah, gotta heal there.
It just means you have much less time to go in for hits. You have to spend so much more time dodging and ducking.
Ooh. Okay. Danozuke can only take 1 more of those punches, and then he is going to be 1 hit from death, so he's got to be careful here.
Yeah. One of the racers had Shadow Knight, I thought. Did neither of them buy it?
Yeah, Danozuke bought it. He sold his starting gear to buy... Ooh, okay, now he's 1 hit. He's 1... Okay, he can't take a hard punch, he can take a soft punch.
The DC
okay,
so
now
bad.
yeah, this is really, really not a great situation. Oh, he's really got to hope that he switches to phase 2 soon. It could happen any moment here. Ooh! Wow. Oh, no.
Too bad.
Yeah, that was a really hard fight. I'm not sure if Danozuke is going to try to go back in. Meanwhile, we have Spirit Board finding another boss, the Dance Hall boss. This looks like Big Golem. This is a much more palatable boss for Spirit Board to be fighting right now.
Oh, and Spirit Board got some kind of weapon.
Yeah, that's...
a bastard sword?
Yeah, it's a bastard sword. They found it, I think that it was the top box check of Study. So that definitely will help for this. The golem hits way less hard than the lore, so even you can see just tanking these hits, not an issue. The lore goes down pretty easily.
Yeah,
So even
that's right.
yeah, even though that boss did not have a soul behind it, and we want souls for Graham, in this randomizer there's also book objective randomization, which basically means instead of having to equip a soul for Graham, the objective can be to kill a particular boss. So it's actually good to still just kill bosses that you come across, because if you find the book later and it says beat the study boss, you've already done it. You don't have to come back to study.
Exactly.
So here we actually see our first book here. Unfortunately, we can't. Oh no, you have giant bat. You can get it.
Oh,
Nice. That must have been picked up in study. I didn't notice. What is it here? Beat the arena boss. Okay. So there's still a chance that another book we find will be for beat the study boss, but we will see.
Danozuke is still just whittling down the lore. It hasn't taken too much damage here. Just one little bonk.
Yeah,
And
if he can get this fight finished, then that'll be a huge help because of the amount of experience Balor gives. He'll instantly rocket him to level 16, I think.
Yeah, Balor does give the most experience out of any boss.
Yeah.
And the hams are still completely synced here. The longer they stay synced, the easier it's going to be.
Yeah, it is quite lucky. It is completely random how they move,
Uh-huh.
as far as we know. Yeah, you never know with Aria.
I do think hitting the hands repeatedly might cause some issues, but I'm not sure about that.
Spirit Board finds Final Guard. That's a good soul to have. It can really save your life at the final fight against Chaos. It's those tiny orbs.
Big time, yeah.
It's nice to have defensive options like that.
Final Guard is very difficult to use because you have to time your usage properly because of how expensive it is.
Yeah, you can't just hold the button down or else you'll quickly run out of MP. Gotta tap it.
The Lord just will never go down here.
That plus HP has to be a massive. It has to be almost a max roll. For that plus 100%. Oh, I think it's it. I think that's the end of phase 1.
Oh, yeah.
He's not moving.
Can you believe it was completely synced that whole time?
That's never. I mean, that did not happen last time. That's really rare.
No, it was completely opposite. Wow.
And Zuka's just got to dodge these lasers. They do a lot of damage if they hit you, but they're kind of predictable. So, yeah, he's just taking it slow and safe. That's the right call here.
Definitely. Yeah, phase 2 should just have vanilla health here, and phase 2 has greatly reduced the threats, so yeah, it just went down so quickly.
Perfect. Nice. So that's a huge relief. Instantly, he has a ton of levels. He's really tanky with the best armor of the game. You should have no problem getting around the castle.
Skeleton, the classic from Legion and Balor.
It's always skeleton. Why is it always skeleton?
I don't know.
It's kind of nice to have. There are certain souls that are like in the ceiling that you can only hit with a overhead swinging weapon or skeleton, so it's good for that. But
You're this glass half full kind of guy, aren't you?
I am, yeah. It's always a use. The thing about the randomizer, there's always a use for the stuff you find. It may not be always apparent, but there's always something clever you can do, which is why it's so fun to play. Finding Mach Punch. I can't remember how strong that punch is relative to the others.
I think it's not that great. I mean, relative to the others.
There's like Whip Punch, there's Whip Knuckle, Mach Punch, and there's another one. But I think Mach Punch is the least strong of them. Cestus. Yeah, that one's very weak. I thought there was another one. Maybe not. Maybe there aren't as many fist
Kaiser
weapons.
Knuckle? That doesn't really count, though.
No, yeah. Okay, Death here.
Yeah. What were Death's stats?
I missed it as well. Anybody in chat see what Death's stats were?
Well, I mean, I was going to say it's probably not plus attack based on this damage, but
yeah.
Spirit Board does have the Death's Robe, so...
38 damage per hit isn't great because it's the Bastard Sword, but it is decent. Creaking Skull. Creaking Skulls actually work pretty well for this fight, but
Wasn't
it's kind of awkward to
9?
use.
The Creaking Skull?
Yeah, it's just the way it swings is so awkward to get used to if you're not like familiar with it.
Yeah.
It can just easily whiff, like even though it looks like it should hit something, it just goes through it. But Dead Crusader, that's nice to have. That's even more defense for Danozuke to get around the castle. He doesn't even have to Get slapped by Lilith.
Not bad. There goes Spearboard Valentine's last healing.
Okay.
Still, this is towards the end of phase 2 because Death is using those lasers. Or, not the end of phase 1, I mean.
Right. So this is doable. Ooh, nice use of Ripper, I like that. Kind of an underused soul, I would say, in Randomizer. But if you can like get it stuck on something, then it'll do a fair bit of damage. Because it hits 6 times, I think.
I do see why people don't use it.
It's tricky to aim, for sure.
Quite expensive.
Yes.
Castle map for Danozuke. Very cool.
Okay, finding himself back at Castle Corridor. Every time you come back to Castle Corridor, it's just so many options run through your head of trying to remember how things are laid out. Because there's always like exits you haven't been to when you come back here, so... Ooh, another book.
Oh wow. Beat Clock Tower boss. Okay.
Okay, so we have 2 boss objectives. One for killing the arena boss, one for the Clock Tower boss.
So that does mean we know the final book will be a soul, because there's always guaranteed to be one objective boss, or one boss objective and one soul objective. And Spiritboard Valentine does the death here.
Unfortunate. If ironic. Will Spiritboard jump back in? It looks like Spiritboard is just going to leave. And that does seem to be the right choice, though. We do not know it yet. Because we know that the 2 acquired bosses are Clock Tower and Arena, which is not in Dance Hall.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that does mean that by not killing Death, you will not get that shop upgrade that Death and Headhunter each give.
Yeah, those shop upgrades. The shop isn't affected by waiting at all, as far as I know, so it has a higher chance of having really good stuff, and those souls can be very useful.
Yeah, as far as I know, the shop is completely random in what it stocks and the prices that they have. Although it can't have a Chaos Ring, so that is one downside.
That is
can't buy a Chaos Ring.
Can it have the Soul Eater Ring?
It can.
Really?
That happened in my practice seed yesterday, in fact.
Oh yeah, I just can't remember the last time I saw a Soul Eater Ring in there.
That's quite handy when you have a, especially in Classic Rando when it was all books that would have souls that you had to equip. Soul Eater would be made farming way more viable. Ooh, heading to Clock Tower boss. So this is one of Spiritboard Valentine's win conditions.
Yeah, though they don't know it yet, and it is
Yeah.
Headhunter. Wow. So
Very lucky.
gonna get a free shop upgrade here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and was that a random move?
Yeah, Maneater is good to find because in this stat rando you want as many elements as you can find just to cover your options because you never know when a boss is going to be weak to, well, in this case, water. And you could just do double damage with Maneater, and suddenly it goes from being an okay soul to a great soul for that fight.
Definitely a lot of weaker options that you would never think to use that you need to be actively mindful that you have or are in the shop.
Even Merman, like notoriously worst soul in the game, can be like a decent weapon to use if the boss is weak to it.
There's Giant Bat for Danozuke.
Yeah, I wonder if Danozuke will head back to top floor now. With that.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was at the very end of top floor, so it's a bit of a trek to get there, but he clearly can handle the risk that it poses because of that Dead Crusader, Death's Robe, and all those levels from the lore he got.
Oh yeah, so much defense to work with here.
For sure.
And yeah, look on Spiritboard Valentine's side. Headhunter's just dealing 1 over and over.
Crazy.
Insane defense, even though Spiritboard Valentine hasn't even killed Belor.
That was a duplicate kicker soul for Spiritboard? That must have been a random drop. Because I believe only one of those gets placed. It's so rare to find that.
Only 1 check in Clock Tower here. And the Clock Tower doesn't have that many checks, and they're all very spread out. Some of them are behind like really annoying rooms, like the Pendulum room, or there's a check where you have to like slide under all these spikes and it takes forever, or you have to take a bunch of damage.
Yeah, hopefully it would have been right there, but it was not, so... There are only 2 checks left where it could be, and they're both kind of in the lower part of the area you tend to want to avoid, but...
It does require Skula to get down there, which we don't have yet.
And that is unfortunate because the warp point is also down there, so unable to pick up the warp here for Clock Tower and warp back here later. We'll have to remember which transitions led to Clock Tower.
In case this check isn't needed for that book.
Right.
Or even just some progression. Well, I don't. Main progression we're missing right now, we have Bat. I mean, maybe Rush Soul plus Undying.
Yeah, honestly, it's probably Skula, because Bat gives pretty much everything else you would need.
I don't know if Skula can be down there because it's Skula locked.
Right. But that is the thing they would like to find.
Yeah, definitely want to see Skula here. Skula, you need to beat the game for it, and so many checks are locked behind being able to go underwater.
Yeah. Okay, we got T. Not going to pick up the T. Interesting.
Black Cloak. Black Cloak gives a little bit of int, which is not bad.
Yeah, looks like the stream is paused. So Danozuke has also found the big golem. I believe that was in study. Yeah, that's right.
Big golem.
Gonna just find the gym clothes behind it. Pick them up to sell later, perhaps.
Yeah, we got some feedback on spiritboardvalentine.
Mm-hmm.
So
going up against Manticore here. Manticore also could be a required boss, but not for this seed.
Yeah, there is a check at the very top of this room that normally you would have to fly up to, but Panther lets you slide onto ledges kind of. So if you have double jump and Panther, you can just slide up all those ledges and get that top check. And if you check it before you leave, after you kill Manticore, none of the gargoyles that would normally be here will be attacking you.
Right, they haven't spawned in at all.
Very smart use of that.
Oh, nice. So there's the last soul. The red book is the one we haven't found yet, right? So that could be the required red.
I do believe, yeah.
Yeah, so we know that that we will need to equip a red soul for Graham, and it could be that one, so... We'll see.
There's Skula for Danozuke.
Ooh!
Wait,
that's a kind of a tricky location for it.
Oh no, I think Spiritboard did go out that exit and didn't check the flight
Oh no!
secret. Spiritboard Valentine must have forgotten that check was there.
That could really be a problem.
Yeah.
Because it is possible for the duplicate Skula to be placed in Chaotic even. And that could just be required, or behind Gran. We've seen that happen.
Yeah, based on the logic, it looks to just be flight locked, so it could be in a lot of places, but that, as you said, that does include a couple places you might not check until much later. And if Skula is required to find the last book...
That could definitely be problematic. Hopefully, Spiritboard realizes later on and heads back there if they have not found Skula. Got a Grey Soul up here. Oops. I think went to a giant bat up there. Input mistake perhaps, but that could be... Oh no, they were just testing if they had it equipped to get it through the wall here. That makes sense. That could be Hippogriff, which would save a lot of time in traversing the castle if we're able to get it now.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Danozuke has gotten this.
Nice.
Oh yeah, there's Hippogriff. Nice.
Perfect.
Yeah, Giant Bat is a little bit cumbersome to use as your flight because it's very expensive MP-wise. You have to menu it on and off because you're using Panther. It's just a pain. Having Hippo just lets you press L and you're just flying. It's amazing. Here's Levitate.
Great quality
for
life.
4,000.
Yeah, that is a no-brainer, I think. Great sword, and it confers the fire element. Demon's Mail too. All right, you're spoiled for choice here when it comes to armor. Two best armors in the game for strength and intelligence builds.
Definitely. Choose a few things to sell here.
Wow, 74 damage on death with a Gram.
Wow, must be minus defense big time.
For sure.
Yeah, those Balor levels are coming in big.
They really are. This is making all of Danozuke's combats just that much faster, which adds up a lot over the course of this whole seed. Every enemy he fights, every boss he fights.
I think Danozuke is still opting to use Panther over Shadow Knight just for that movement, which is interesting.
Yeah, there's kind of a trade-off between doing more damage, higher DPS, and just the mobility that you get for survivability and getting into more situations where you can hit them.
Exactly. There is the... I hadn't seen the Wrecking Ball exit up to this point.
Oh, that was the very first castle. Yeah, I guess neither runner checked that.
Yeah.
Good to rule that out now. That's nice to know that you won't run into that later when you're going on a longer trip.
Yeah, definitely. That's a risky run when you go through left exits is... It could just be a complete dead end, and if the path behind you to get back to another exit is a long path, it's a big risk you're taking.
Like if you're going all the way through Garden and then you get to the very end and you're just walled off, you have to go all the way back. Alright. Danozuke takes down Death, gets some pudding, that's nice. The more healing we can collect, the safer the endgame fights will be.
And we will see the Death Shop here as well. The Headhunter shop was amazing, along with the starting shop, so we'll see about the Death Shop here.
Will it continue the trend, or will it underwhelm and disappoint? I'm guessing it's going to have a claim, honestly. That's just how the seed is going.
Yeah, here, let me pull up the tracker. Let me mark off Skula for Danozuke.
Oh, there's
do you have it up?
Yeah, I can do that. There you go. Elfin Road, nice. Oh, that's actually useless. I forgot they have Deathstroke. It is just simply an inferior Deathstroke, unfortunately.
Sadly.
Can be sold, though. Alright, so that's the final guard, last soul here. Danozuke is still gonna do these checks just for... A weapon, honestly, is what Danozuke is looking for.
Random Medusa head.
Ooh. Yeah, that comes in handy for top eyes for Chaos.
Definitely. Wow. Danozuke is still just using this Graham and having no issues with it at all because of the kit. Not hurting to go back to the shop and buy a better weapon at all.
Yeah, it is a really easy weapon to use because of the range, how quickly the hitbox comes out, and the fact that it jump cancels. It's quite nice to have, and especially when you can boost its damage this much, it becomes a really powerful clearing tool.
Oh, and from the chat, there was a random siren drop too.
Wait, that wasn't.
You'd love to see that.
That was their starting soul, right?
It was in the starting shop. You'd love to see it, but.
Steve might be telling us something here to prepare for a Curse Week boss later on. That'd be fun to see. That's probably one of the most hyped things that you can see in Stat Rando is the late game boss with a curse. It's just so satisfying.
It's amazing.
I've only ever had it happen to me once, and I will not forget it.
What boss was it against?
It was against two bosses, actually. It was against Julius and Chaos.
I still haven't seen a Curse Week Graham. I would love to see that.
Yes, that would be amazing.
Wow, look at all... Yeah, this is buy, isn't it? Look at all this healing!
283 gold beef curries? Those are full heals.
And Ron
There's no... Oh, wow.
Catablepus.
Ooh.
Wow. Every shop was so
We're getting
good.
excited about Catablepus. It's like, who cares about Catablepus? But it has the stone element. Which if an enemy's weak to stone, it takes double damage. You just have to tap him with it, and the entire rest of the fight you do double damage.
Oh my gosh. Buying a full stack of beef curry and high potions.
I think Danozuke is set here for healing.
It's so good. Wow.
Just having an entire kitchen in their pocket. What in the world?
Spiritboard Valentine does find Garden here, only one check.
I didn't see which entrance was that led to it, but that is definitely one that they want to remember. Vanilla Garden, nice. That's really easy to remember. You don't have to remember anything.
Exactly.
Danozuke will probably find it here too, as they're heading to the same spot. Will they go to the Skula door or will they go up? They will go up. So yeah, this is going to be the same exit. And this could be the situation we were talking about before, where the left side of Garden is walled off by, like, Forbidden Area is the only other dead end.
Yeah, we might have seen Forbidden. I might be
maybe.
getting seed bleed here from watching a different one, but
No, yeah, I'm not sure. I wasn't watching, but yeah, it could be.
here's Arena for Spearboard Valentine. Arena boss was one of the required, wasn't it?
It was. I do not think Spirit Board has found the book for it yet, but hopefully
a little low.
they will still clear it. Ooh, careful, careful. Okay, just gotta touch the save and not get stabbed by this blanket here.
The blanket does have a knife.
It's an interesting enemy type. I wonder what mythology that's from. Just a blanket with a knife that stabs you. Doesn't sound very pleasant.
Here's Legion. Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Which racer was it that saw the Randomizer spear?
That was Danozuke from Death Shot. Spirit Board has a Levitain, so that's still good. Okay, minus defense, but
And
plus
minus
HP.
attack.
Yeah, so this is one of the more kind legions, I would say. Can't really hit you that hard, but just kind of will take a while to take down because of that plus HP.
No weaknesses, and Spearboard Valentine is choosing to use the Black Panther over the Creaking Skull. The Black Panther is nice for rotating around the Legion quickly.
And just avoiding it because it can kind of sneak up on you. It moves faster than it seems to. It's like
Yeah,
a really
it
big,
does.
slow, lumbering orb, but it actually kind of, if you're not careful, it'll touch you.
Here is Arena for Danozuke as well. Trying to fight these gargoyles.
Yeah, so not quite sure. Danozuke definitely has the knowledge advantage here because of the books. But Spirit Lord technically has the boss, like the win condition advantage from the Clock Tower boss kill.
Yeah, I could see the missing Skula playing a big role in this endgame.
Yeah, I'm worried about that as well. We'll have to see if that ends up mattering. Because as far as I know, we haven't seen the alternate anywhere yet.
Yeah, it was a smart move by Spearboard to just go straight to this boss because they knew they had to kill it no matter what, and the soul could be behind. We'll see if Danozuke chooses to do the same.
This fight, if Danozuke chooses to... Oh no, he will definitely choose to fight Arena because he knows. So this fight's going to be a lot easier for him because of that Ranginus. Has the holy element, which Legion is weak to.
Yeah, Danozuke is a big Ranginus enjoyer, isn't he?
He is. It is the best spear by far. Huge damage, and it actually comes out faster than the others for some reason. I'm not really sure why.
Not choosing to switch yet.
Interesting.
Danozuke is gonna wait for Legion to come up instead of just rotating around.
Making use of that disc armor to hit all parts of the shell.
Not bad. Disc armor is one of the better red souls for sure. Danozuke really wants to hang on to this Graham. It has been making good work with it so far through the season.
Indeed. This is looking like another significant plus HP buff. Not even any part of the shell is down on Spirit Board's side.
Yeah.
So it seems like this seed really... It knew that it was giving the runners really good gear, so it decided to buff the hardest bosses to be as tanky as possible.
Exactly.
As a DPS check.
Man, still no parts of the shell going down. Once a part of the shell goes down, you can just kind of stay at the bottom and tank a little bit. And wow, Legion is hitting for
Wait a minute.
Spearboard
One
Valentine.
damage. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. I didn't realize it was that weak. Okay, this is actually a great strategy because you're able to get more hits in and you're able to hit the core as well. Because you can actually kill Legion without breaking its core at all. You can just... without destroying its shell at all. You can simply just keep attacking the core. I did not realize that...
Three
the
from the
difference-
laser.
I've never seen this before. That's incredible.
That's surprising.
Staying inside the... Go ahead.
Just Spiritboard Valentine is choosing to kind of focus on the shell still.
Mm-hmm. They might be trying to go for the soul that Legion drops.
Oh, true, yeah. If you kill every part of the shell, the Legion will drop a guaranteed soul. But if you don't kill the entire shell, you won't get any soul.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's a completely random soul, but it could be really good. It could be lubricant, it could be slime, and slime enjoyers.
Hopefully it cannot be skeleton. We've already seen that from below.
True. It could be giant skeleton, though.
Ooh, giant skeleton's actually good, though.
It is. What, you're saying skeleton's not good? What?
Yes, skeleton's not good.
Yeah, it's not really good.
That's so tanky.
I know. God. At least Spirit Board has parts of the shell down now. Oh, and Danozuke just broke part of the shell.
Okay, nice.
I wonder how close Danozuke or Spirit Board is surely ahead.
Oh yeah.
Just because they entered the fight so much longer ago. Even though it looks right now like both have a... There's no way to know how much health is left.
Once the entire shell goes down, a couple more lasers spawn and the core can start like bouncing around.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully Spiritboard Valentine kills the core not long after the shell, so that doesn't happen.
Right. Ooh. Shell completely gone for Danozuke.
Oh wow, yeah. That disc armor did massive work.
It did.
It's bouncing around
goodbye.
for Danozuke.
Attack you rarely see.
Mm-hmm. And it's so annoying.
But when the fight drags on this long, yeah. Just trying to max out using these platforms to try to get jump cancels for more frequent hits. That's about all you can do.
No, it's bouncing for everybody.
Great.
At least it's doing 1 damage, so you can chase it safely. If it's bouncing around and it's dealing like 80 to you, you don't want to chase it, because it might be... Okay, wow, it goes down at the same time.
Dang, so that disc armor must have been doing really good work for Danozuke. It's in the damage department, because they are now tied.
Getting imp, like the worst blue skull.
And a castle map behind Legion. What an insult.
Really heavily guarded map there.
Mm-hmm. None of the runners... Okay, Spirit Board's going for the top challenge check here. Danozuke just going straight to the save. Does not want to lose that Legion progress. Very understandable.
So true.
Yeah.
These lubricants can just waste you no matter how much defense you have if they're plus attack.
They really can. Like, I've been fully geared out and they still do 160 damage a hit to me if they have that plus attack.
A little bit of coffee.
It'll pick me up.
Yeah, I'm surprised neither runner is doing the DDR check. I wonder if we'll see that first instead of the worst room. Looks like Danozuke is headed towards it.
Interesting choice, yeah. Okay, I was like, don't take the platform.
Or Danozuke does have giant bat, right?
Yep. They both picked it up. I believe it was in study. So yeah, this wall has a little hole in the top of it. Ooh, Excalibur.
Wow. Yeah, do you want to mark giant bat off?
Oh yes. I will do that.
Thank you. But yeah, Excalibur is amazing. It is a tiny bit worse than other options just because it doesn't have any element for the stat random. But still very good.
I'm just looking at the tracker to see if there's anything else I'm missing. I believe Spirit Board has slide. Oh, what
is that a Gumner at Vanilla Levitate that I saw?
Ooh. Yeah, I would pick that up for sure. That's a lightning element. Ooh, that Skull Million is hitting hard. Spirit Board is 1 hit away.
And apparently Danozuke does have to go. Yeah, did anyone in the chat see if that was Gumner?
Gumner would be a great choice because if a boss is weak to lightning, it multi-hits and you can get a ton of hits in real quickly.
Wow, it's your favorite weapon.
It
The
is.
worst room. Or your second favorite weapon. Excuse me.
Is that the Claymore?
Yeah.
I didn't even register to me as something important until I remember.
Oh, that's Yasutsuno, not Osafune.
What the? Cited over the meme weapons. Anyway, that's so good, man. I mean, Osafune does have good range, but
Oh, is that Gunner? It looks like Gunner, yeah.
yeah.
Apparently, Danozuke does have a slide as well.
Looks like Spiritboard is heading back to fight Death, because Spiritboard still does not know which are the required bosses, so maybe wanting to fight Death for the shop upgrade and the this fight should be much faster this time, so not a big issue.
Yeah.
Okay. Another Medusa head. Wait, so the other was it's just a random drop. Interesting.
Oh wait, a random drop for what?
They just found the Medusa head canister. Danozuke did behind Giant Skeleton,
Oh,
but he already had it, so yeah. Alright. I guess that was the one remaining soul in the area. So all Danozuke needs now is to find the red book. Where could it be? Neither runner has seen Reservoir, have they? Biggest area in the game with the most doors. I don't think we've seen it.
I think we saw one exit. I can't remember where
Oh, we
it
did?
was.
Okay.
Just briefly, like, just popped
Oh,
in
yeah,
and out.
I think it was the pit, wasn't it? Okay,
Maybe.
it does pick up that gun there. Good choice, I think.
Yeah, Spearboard Valentine did often pick up the gun.
Yeah, the problem with Spiritboard was that their health was so low
True.
that it was going to be kind of risky to get over there, so opted to warp out.
Yeah, wow, look at this Levitane. Spearboard did take a death earlier, but just came back
Nice.
to wreck him with that Levitane.
Nice little water and fire combo to finish Death off there.
Yeah, I do wonder if that one check in the clock tower is the book.
It could be.
Though, if the book seems to be Skula locked somehow, the game really likes to hide the books in the forbidden area.
True. Forbidden area and behind Galamoth too. I don't remember if Inner Quarters had checks left.
Yeah, and we haven't seen Galamoth yet.
We have not.
Danozuke's back in the clock tower, and Danozuke does have Skula, so we could see these lower Skula checks done. And yeah, Danozuke does need to kill the clock tower boss. This is required.
Spiritboard's getting Skula.
Oh, good. Nice.
Cannot break the ceiling by bonking your head into it, unfortunately, despite the high impact. No! Go back! No! You can hit it with the...
I think
Oh,
that's the
no.
wrong door. Isn't it? No, that was the right door.
That was the right
Oh,
door.
no. Did Spiritboard think it was the wrong door?
I don't know. They were bonking their head in with Hippogriff, but not attacking it. And it does like shake the screen and make rocks fall down. It looks like it's doing damage. Come on, just hit it. Oh, what? Okay,
Okay,
good.
there you go.
Okay, now they know. It whiffed. It like barely didn't touch it, so I thought they would interpret that as like, oh, I guess this isn't. Okay, thank God. So, Spiritboard has found Skula. I
Yeah.
can mark that.
Oh, I marked it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure where Lunix went, but
And they're now in Clock Tower, so we are about to find out, I think, if the red book is down there in the spike area.
yeah.
If so, this
Both racers are headed there.
Ooh, okay. So this would be advantageous for Danozuke because he already has the other books. But I guess we will see what happens. If it's not here, my guess is it's in Reservoir or Forbidden Area, like you said. Head here into the Pendulum Room.
Just a tear of blood.
Not really needed at this point, just for all the healing and defense that these runners have.
Looks like Danozuke is not going to do these checks.
Oh, really? Yeah, they're just exiting out the top here. That could be a difference maker if this is Red Book and there's no copy of it.
Yeah, big time. Looks like Spearboard does want to play it safe and bat under these spikes. Probably smart. The higher defense you have, the more damage the spikes do. And with the best armor in the game, those spikes are going to be hurting really bad.
Right. Oh! Ooh!
A petrified spike hit. That's double
That
damage.
is the
There's
red book.
Oh my gosh.
Disc armor.
After.
Danozuke has that. I assume. Yep. He's got Spiritboard has it equipped.
Okay. Wow.
So Spiritboard is 1 book away from Go mode, and they are technically in Go mode right now, but they do not know it yet. The blue book is in Chapel, isn't it? No. They cleared out Chapel. Blue book was. Does anybody remember where blue book was? Because that is where Spiritboard needs to go to take the lead in this seed.
Oh, Spearboard, you're getting really low here. Okay, have some healing.
Yeah, definitely use that healing. You do not want to reset out of this.
Yeah,
Okay.
One option you can use is unequipping your armor so these spikes don't do too much damage.
Yeah, Spiritboard does not have slide, only giant bat, so it does slow it down. Okay, gets through.
And Spearboard doesn't know it yet, but that Death Shop is gonna stock them up on healing, which is nice.
This wasn't the blue book, was it? No, it wasn't.
Yeah, Danozuke already has the blue book.
Right.
Here's Reservoir for Spearboard. So, since neither racer has seen much of Reservoir, we could see a blue book duplicate in here. Every book has a 50% chance of having a duplicate placed somewhere.
Yeah, so this could solve all Spiritboard's problems with knowledge if any dupe blue books are here.
Oh, and yes, a question from the chat. Guessing is banned. So both racers need to see both books before they fight Graham, or else they will receive a disqualification.
Right, for this round only. But
for this round
we'll
only.
not see that. Yeah, it's kind of a thing where it tends to only happen if people weren't aware of it. So it shouldn't be too big of an issue.
I see. Spearboard is seeing this shop here. See if they choose to buy a bunch of healing. Hopefully they do.
Yeah, I can't imagine. Oh wait. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, they have both shop upgrades. Yep, those beef curries looking very enticing.
Yeah. How can they cost under 300?
That is probably the cheapest full healing I've ever seen. Very impressive.
Danozuke might be going for these lower checks.
Oh, it looks like he is. So if he
would be
goes
big.
left here. Yep, he's going left. All right, this is going to be no mode and go mode for... Wait, no. Yeah, this is going to be no mode and go mode for Danozuke. In just a minute here. And then it's all about getting back to top floor, which was at the very end of Castle Corridor.
And remembering where Garden was, and it was vanilla, so hopefully that won't be too difficult. I do believe Danozuke did see Garden, right?
Yes, he went in there after Spiritboard did, and their stream froze for a moment.
There we go.
That's it.
So Danozuke is just trying to remember where top floor was. Didn't open the warp, so they're gonna have to go through the entrance.
Indeed. Speedboard heading back through study. Still a check missing here. Was this where Blue Book was?
Yeah, someone did mention that Spearboard did miss a check here earlier.
Alright. If the Blue Book is here, then both runners are going to be in go mode at about the same time. And it'll be a race to top floor to kill Graham. That would be real exciting. Is this it? Oh, no, it's a... So this is slide, right. Man, Spiritboard really needs to find that Blue Book fast. Because every second that they don't is going to be a lead that grows for Danozuke.
Yeah. Danozuke's trying to head towards top floor. Was it here?
Yes, this is another exit that you can use to get to top floor, although not this side. It was the left exit, the Galamoth exit of inner quarters.
Danozuke, just trying to remember.
Mm-hmm. Either got to go left from the Galamoth exit or to the very end of top floor, where you first meet Graham. Those are the only two options. But it is very easy to forget something that you saw pretty much at the start of the seed and never had to go back and look at again. That's pretty much the longer seeds go on, the harder it is to both runners just checking the map, trying to remember where things are and what they've done.
Oh, man.
It gets to be a lot to keep track of, especially at the end when you have... Because at the start you only have a few exits to keep track of, but by the end it's the entire castle. Danozuke giving Spirit Board more time as he searches for top floor here. There it is!
What?
That's the blue
It
book!
was there the whole time? Oh
It
my
was.
gosh.
They are on the same screen. They are now both in go mode. Clock Tower Boss.
The
Yep.
Spirit Board knows they're in go mode.
Mm-hmm. The Spirit Board, remember where top floor was. Spirit Board heading up to Castle 2, or whatever you call this screen. Anyway, this is not the right way. Hopefully they notice that, turn around, and remember.
I don't know if Spirit Board has been here yet. Yeah, no.
Oh boy, there are a lot of exits. If they haven't been here, and then there are a lot of exits in Reservoir, they might think that one of them might lead to top floor if they don't remember seeing it, but that would be a really big mistake because we know that it cannot be there. That would use a lot of time, but this is the right area. So if you go, Spirit Board goes up, taking the warp, not taking the Galamoth exit. God, this is tense.
Oh. Maybe.
Maybe.
And looks like Danozuke is choosing to put on Demon's Mail instead of Death's Robe. Interesting.
Spirit Board keeping me in suspense.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out where they're gonna go.
Who's gonna find this first? Man.
And
Danozuke back in the dance hall.
I don't remember. This is probably forbidden. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think they ever checked this door. Yeah, it's not that one.
Spirit Board headed back into inner quarters.
There's only one exit left here. Please don't warp out.
Study for Danozuke again.
Yep, gonna warp out. Study up.
I think Danozuke is just trying to retrace his steps here. And Spirit Board is warping out again.
Being in this situation is so tough.
Uh-huh. Just so many exits.
Well, they will find it eventually as they do process of elimination.
Yep. Looks like Spirit Board might be headed down to the school door. Nope, headed back in the garden.
Okay, yeah, they'll get a refresher on there. That's still good to have. Seeing this now keeps it in your mind for after Graham. You go straight here.
Oh, and Danozuke might be headed towards the end of Castle Corridor. No.
Well, I mean, this is probably going to exit into Reservoir somewhere, which may cause them to just head back into Castle Corridor. Well, I guess we'll see. Going through Forbidden Area. This leads back to Inner Quarters, which we just saw. Yep, Danozuke's heading to the right. There are only two exits here.
Yeah, there's one more door before the correct one. Danozuke might check, yeah. It is cemetery, so Danozuke knows it can't be here. There's no exits here. Which means there's only one left here.
There is one check-in forbidden. I wonder if it was a duplicate book. I would not be surprised.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Danozuke's doing it!
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright. This is go mode.
Mm-hmm. And he's not going to be interested in any of the checks here, I'm sure. He's got all the gear, all the healing he could need. Just going to head straight to Graham. The only thing could be like if he wants Elemental, but even then he's got Siren, he's got Cataplepas for the stone.
Oh yeah, I wonder if either runner will use Siren.
Yeah, I guess we're going to see here. Oh. Getting rid of this pesky lubricant. Unfortunately, there are like 4 more up here.
Yeah.
They never end.
They're plus HP too.
Mm-hmm.
So tanky. Luckily, they don't do extra damage. So.
Yeah. Still hit pretty hard though, dang. Those good gears he's got on. Spearboard also heading to the end of Castle Corridor right now.
Oh man, this could be close.
Danozuke's tails, yep.
I think this could come down to whether they choose the correct options for these boss fights.
Yeah, this is all going to come down to combat and just awareness of what the options that you currently have at your disposal are.
Alright, Spearboard is inside of top 4,
Ooh,
taking a lot of damage.
Are doing a lot of damage.
Oh no, taking a death!
Oh no. When was
With
the last
2
time
stacks
Spearboard
of full
saved?
healing. I don't know.
Dance Hall? This was before death.
Oh,
This is
man.
fine. As long as they don't get too rattled. They still have all the win conditions done at this point, I believe.
Yeah, looks like they're gonna choose to fight death again to try to get that healing back.
True. Oh man, that hurts so much.
Yeah. It's so easy to die so quickly in those late game areas, regardless
Very
of how much
unfortunate.
defense you have.
Did you see what Graham's modifiers were? I was
It was plus
too
defense.
busy. Plus defense. Okay, that's not too bad. Ooh, Shadow Knight doing a lot of damage. Almost as much as the Levitane.
Yeah, I gotta love Shadow Knight.
I guess it's getting buffed a lot from the Death's Robe, which gives the highest int boost in the game. And it is a
Really?
blue soul.
Well, on armor, right?
On armor, yeah.
Okay.
Technically, if you want to get the highest boost, just period, it would be... Oh, I was going to say Lubricant, but it's actually Headhunter.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, as long as you collect like 1 million of every soul, you spend
that
like 60
true?
hours clearing out your save file. Yeah, you get like an insanely huge stat boost.
Oh, okay.
Just takes forever to get there. I'm sure there's people out there who've done it though.
Oh yeah, I mean you can just farm this same dupe over and over again and it stacks.
Oh, true, true.
Yeah, you don't need 9 of everything. That would suck.
I think Danozuke had something like that, where the more of the soul you would get, it would power it up. Which I thought was a cool concept.
It's pretty interesting. I didn't know
Oh,
that
careful.
when I played it, so it was very tough. Yeah, as long as Danozuke uses his healing, there's no chance of dying here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's mainly just about not getting caught out, having low health and not realizing it, or getting comboed.
Alright, there's
Getting-
Graham down.
Mm-hmm. I think getting comboed is a risk for Graham because the laser and the hand have separate iframes. You can get hit by both very quickly and lose a lot of health.
Yeah, wow.
Galamoth.
Galamoth.
A great location. Galamoth likes to place itself in like at the point where it's no longer even remotely relevant, like in chaotic. I don't know why it has a tendency to do that.
It really does, yeah.
It's funny. Alright. Danozuke far ahead now. Unfortunately, that death was quite costly for Spirit Board. Spirit Board
Yeah.
getting all that healing again.
Luckily, Spirit Board knows exactly where to go now.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, depending on how hard these late game fights are, like if it's a plus HP plus attack Julius, and it's a max roll, that could be really bad. If it's a plus HP plus defense Chaos, that could also be really bad. Danozuke could be stuck a while, or even take a death. So it's not at all by any means over yet. So we're going to see what happens here as this race starts to close out.
Danozuke is just stocking up on healing for these endgame bosses.
Oh wow, even more healing.
Yeah.
Never have enough, I suppose.
Just
It's right there when you warp back, you might as well.
grab
Top off.
the beef curries he was missing and grab some potato pancakes. So, not bad. Oh, wait. Does Spiritboard remember where to go?
Oh no. Oh dear.
Oh. Spiritboard may have forgotten where top floor is.
Or may have... They might be thinking they're missing a win condition. Or maybe they think that they need the book for Graham.
But the book isn't here.
Yeah, the book isn't here. Just thinking, like, if they thought the book was here and they were going to get it. But yeah, I'm not sure. Could just be... Honestly, in a situation like this, I would be probably sweating and panicking out of my mind, so... It could also just be... Yeah, I think they're realizing, like, wait, this was Slide.
Yeah. Spiritboard Valentine saw top floor and died in it.
Mm-hmm.
Very quickly. Just a question in the chat. What are Julius's stats here?
It's looking like... I missed it, unfortunately.
Yeah. Plus HP and some resist.
Okay, so nothing really useful to exploit here. No weaknesses. Thankfully, the plus attack is really, I think, the one you gotta look for, and plus defense.
Oh yeah.
As long as you can fight Julius consistently, plus HP should not be too much of a problem. It just makes the fight a bit longer. And with all the healing that Danozuke has, this should not be too much of an issue.
Yeah, hopefully not at all. And Danozuke is playing safe, going for Panther instead of Shadow Knight here.
Yeah, opting for that movement definitely helps to position yourself around these attacks to avoid them. You see he's about to kick you, you can just zoom it past him. You can even bait him out to whip, jump over his head with a Panther and hit him from behind.
Spiritboard Valentine had lost Skula.
Oh no! Oh, you're right. That was in the... Don't tell us... Wait, no, it's broken. They've been there.
Yeah,
So
they just barely got it.
Okay. Good. Oh wow, yeah, that's really set them back.
Yeah, wow. That was brutal.
So they had the boss kills, but they did not have the scuba, which is required to beat the game because of a single room in Chaotic.
One tiny room.
Yeah, I've tried like finding ways to get through that room without having to use scuba, and you get like within like 2 pixels of reaching it, but it's just not quite enough.
With TAS level movement.
Yeah,
Right?
it's true. Yeah, I don't think it would be anywhere. It's nowhere reasonable for a human.
Uh-huh.
But it seems impossible as far as I can tell. And if it were possible, I'm sure we would run it because it's not very.
Yeah.
I don't think we want runners having to do that sort of thing.
Nah, you don't
Good
ban it. You just
advantage.
have the fuse just creep it down in a couple pixels.
True. Just shrink the door.
Here's phase 2 for Danozuke. So if it was plus HP, I think phase 2 still has the same amount of health, so we should be getting close to winning here.
Yep. Power of Julius's Grand Cross causing the castle to start cracking and falling apart. This blood red sky, very picturesque.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if Spiritboard Valentine remembers where top floor was.
How many axes is Julius going to throw in a row?
I don't know.
I thought that was another one, but it was you have to look at the color of the sparkle in his hand to figure out if it's going to be a axe or a holy water. It's kind of hard to tell in this background. Danozuke is kind of gaming, I agree. Playing a really solid Julius fight here. Not really making too many mistakes, keeping the damage up, keeping the health high.
Definitely not going to get caught out here easily.
Mm-hmm.
Should see Julius go down any second now.
Mm-hmm.
And Spiritboard Valentine is just trying to remember where top floor
Right.
is, I assume.
Yeah, kind of checking exits in a similar fashion to before, it looks like. Here we are at the forbidden exit again. If they took the top exit there, then that would save them some time, but... Yeah, at this point, it's looking like going back to the end of Castle Corridor. Meanwhile, Danozuke and Chaotic.
Really trying to play careful around these lubricants.
Mm-hmm. Backdash there? That is a rude place for backdash. Wait, does that mean the second backdash is here too?
No, Spiritboard Valentine saw the second backdash.
Oh,
I
right,
don't
right,
remember
right.
where it was.
I guess I should add that to the tracker.
Indeed. Yeah, backdash isn't too useful for movement because they have Panther, but it's very useful if you want to use a heavy weapon because you can swing the heavy weapon and then backdash cancel out of it, and then jump cancel out of the backdash.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Yeah, Danozuke does have Excalibur, so it's good for that. That's... You might see Danozuke use Excalibur for phase 1 of Chaos just because it can hit 2 different statues at once. Now that he has backdash. Spirit board getting a refresher on where Garden is here. Gonna opt to go through it. I don't remember what was on the other... I think it was Waterfall. But regardless, that is not where Spirit Board wants to be at this point.
Yeah, Danozuke is almost to Chaos here.
That would have been perfect if that was a slime. Unfortunately, Ukabak has no known use at this time for any of the late game fights.
I mean, I think Ukabak would be good if it's weak to fire, because it's okay for like hitting the top fights. You know, you just jump
True.
up, stick it on.
It does have a Levitain, so but it
Uh-huh.
also helps with the fire, but it could, I wonder, you know, if Ukabak could set some traps to, like, guard yourself from the mini orbs that come towards you. Like, you just kind of surround yourself, and you don't have to worry about them. It could be interesting.
That
Yeah.
sounds like a strategy.
I don't know, I just have ideas like this, and I just want to see them tested.
I don't know if Danozuke has Siren here, which would be a little sad.
Yeah.
If it's curse resistant or weak to curse.
It was sitting there in the start of the shot from the very beginning, but neglected, sadly.
All right, let's see it.
Minus attack, weak to holy, resistant to fire. That's not good.
Okay,
Have the
this is the
Randomizer. Yeah.
Are you gonna put it on? No.
I mean, for phase 1, this makes sense because the multi-hit, it's jump cancelable, unlike the Randomizer. It's just a lot more
That is true.
convenient. For the core, though, I think, yeah, Randomizer is definitely what you're going to want to use. Ooh, taking some hits, but of course, endless healing here.
Yeah, though, no matter
Just
how
gotta
much
make sure
healing you
not-
have, Chaos can just annihilate you because you can take 4 hits in the span of 1 second and you're just done.
It's true. Hopefully the minus attack will prevent us from seeing something like that, but could also have Danozuke get complacent at low health, and I don't know, we'll see. Hopefully nothing tragic like that happens at this point.
Here's top floor for Spiritboard Valentine. Finally found it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's probably too little too late here.
Yeah, entering top floor as Danozuke is entering Chaos 2.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
Oh,
School
there's a
is in
duplicate
top
school.
floor.
Interesting. So actually, they could have gotten that early if they had flown up here with Giant Bat, though it would have been risky.
Yeah, wow, just look at that final guard damage. Already so low.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, Yasusuna's doing 110 to these eyes.
Wow, one eye down, already doing 5 damage a hit with the Yasutsuna. That must be
Crazy.
that's the Demon's Mail's difference right there. Multi-hit weapons benefit so much from attack boosting stuff, but wow, you can't really compare with that. 99 damage with 2 eyes down, bro.
From a weapon, that's just
Alright.
ridiculous.
Alright.
It's so weird seeing Chaos weak to stuff, because it's
No.
never weak to anything, but this is what it is.
This isn't even minus defense, right? Or minus HP. This is regular Chaos, just with a holy holy weakness.
Yeah, imagine
That
if it
is
was actually
wild
weak
to
to
see.
Holy Clint
I
would
know.
just like one-shot it.
Imagine how fast the speedrun would be.
No way.
Wouldn't even have to hit the eyes. Ooh, that's not good, but it's fine.
Yeah, Danozuke does have the Demon's Mail on, so that big orb don't do too much.
That small orb did 145. I don't think that the small orbs are scaled by that minus attack buff. Seems like only the big orb
Oh.
and possibly the snake.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, see, the snake only did 95, whereas the orb did 150. And usually they're about the same number, right?
No.
Or even the orb is...
Usually the orb is more. I wonder. Yeah, I wonder what gets the minus attack. Either way, GG.
Yeah, GG Danozuke. Really well done fight there. Quite an exciting race there. We may see Spirit Board cleared out now that they've found top floor.
I don't know
Take
if
a look
Spirit
at
Board
the
is looking
race.
at a race time.
Yeah, I'll take a look. Yeah, looks like they are focused on the race, so... Ooh, gotta be careful of those... what are those? Basilisks. I was like, they're not cockroaches.
Yeah, that's what
That's
took Spirit Board down before.
Mm-hmm.
Just wasn't expecting it to do so much damage.
Alright, got the save here. No risk of losing all that progress again, thankfully.
Yeah. Very nice. Man, look at this throne room.
What is this? Some flavor of Gatorade that the statues?
Yeah.
I see something I can't remember.
Oh,
but,
man.
oh, thank you for switching the audio. And yeah,
Oh, that wasn't me.
got Levitane, Demon's Mail, Satan's Ring. That's good armor.
We got sword. I don't think Spirit Board bought the Randomizer spear.
Yeah, it did not. So that's gonna come into play for Chaos for sure. Not so much the other fights. Graham's Head surprisingly hard to hit. And I think the Randomizer has a smaller hitbox than usual too, so... Oh, they're pausing here. They might have noticed... Ah, yeah, looks like they are forfeiting from the race. Yeah, that was such a tragic death in top four. It was neck and neck up until
Dead
that point.
even. Oh,
Yeah.
Brutal.
It is very brutal.
That's what Stat Rando does. You cannot. You have to be on your toes whenever you're in any mid to late game area.
Yeah. In other randos, you can just... Sometimes you know how much damage they do, and you know how much health you have. You can make the calculation to just run through them, but you don't know up front if an enemy's going to have plus attack in this, so... And that is unfortunately what did Spirit Board in, was a plus attack. It was a Final Guard and a Basilisk, back-to-back. Very, very unlucky. Either way, GG's to the runners. We're going to be taking a short break here, then getting into the next race in a few minutes here, so don't go anywhere.